All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about the journey of a particular real estate investor, the pros and cons and the challenges and the failures and everything else. All right, welcome back again. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. And my co-host is Julie Threads. She's one of our members of our investing organization, the Real Estate Network. And Julie's is I've been doing this for 20 years. I have several thousand members in our organization, and we specialize in buying out of state long distance property, turnkey type of property, cash flow markets, very stable markets. And we have a great teams available in various markets that have done a very good job over the years. And I'm very blessed and very happy to have been doing this for 20 years. And I've I help I don't know. I lost count. I have helped hundreds and hundreds of those investors, most of them from California, but you could be listening to this video. You could be anywhere in the country. You could be anywhere in the world for that matter. And you can join our network and become a free member of our organization. So the value you're getting from us, look, everybody, there's so many ways to invest in real estate, Julie. There's like so many ways. You have so-called real estate gurus out there promoting fix and flip. Some people promote BR strategy. You buy, renovate, you refinance, and you repeat, right? Some people promote multi-unit properties, 100 units. Some real estate gurus out there promote syndications, and some people promote whatever, right? And it's just thousands of ways to invest in real estate. My practice, my business model hasn't changed from the beginning, John. Ever since I started my network 20 years ago, we buy low entry level homes for cash flow, which is the key to financial independence. It is a buy and hold turnkey where everything's done for you. We surround ourselves in some great reputable teams out there in Buffalo, Niagara Falls, in Alabama, Tennessee, in Florida, and in Texas, and those markets. And anyway, having said that, Julie, okay, the bottom line is here's the topic of this short video again. And thank you for everybody for watching. It's funny, okay? Even some you and I thinking, well, if our investor, whether through us or through other means, they buy one rental, two rental, three rental, and we're thinking, wow, they made it. The fact that they have taken action, whereas the other 99% does not take action for whatever reason, right? Human nature, right? Real estate, not for everyone. Only the few thrive. But I think, Julie, I do monitor most of our investors that purchase through our network over the years. I try to reach out to them. A lot of them, they ignore me fine. Okay. And some to do because when they're part of our network, I want to monitor their long-term success, right? Julie, I have a vested interest in the success of our long-term investors when they buy, because when you buy a rental property and you hold it for the long term, and you can win, you can, right? You can achieve goals because that's been proven time and time again past 1,000 years. All right. I'm not telling you anything new. But I cannot assume just because our investors, any investors, when they bought one, two, three, four rental properties, that they could have an automatic success journey. That's furthest away from the truth. Now, Julie, I know you have a leg start in your investing journey. For the majority of your life, never bought a rental property. And now your leg starter, you are baby boomer generation, just like I am. I'm a baby boomer, just like you, right? Later stage of our investment journey, but you will scale your portfolio amazingly to a few years ago. You have a total of 6 rental properties. So on one hand, some people think, oh, you made it. You have achieved total financial independence. Not really. You are still going through the journey of tribulations and challenges and mistakes. So I'm going to ask you this question. Why I have seen over the years, when I try to monitor some of my investors who bought 1, 2, 3, 4 properties or even more, many of them, they are no longer in the real estate business. What I mean by that, they either sold some of their properties for whatever reason prematurely, and their real estate portfolio did not pan out, not because of my network, not because of the market that I promote. The market promote had the investors have done very well, technically speaking. From your perspective, why do you feel that most investors took action? Many of them still have not made it. Still,
I think that just from my perspective and just knowing people get discouraged very quickly and they don't look at this like a business. Like if you're going to start a business today, most businesses are not going to turn a profit for the next 4 to 5 years. And so I look at this like this is a business for me. So maybe I didn't profit the first year, even the second year. Actually, at the end of this or at the beginning of next year, we will have had all of our properties for 2 years now. So I still feel like it's a brand new business for me. Now we are going to definitely get some tax advantages back when we file our taxes. So we're really looking forward to that. But beyond that, I look at this as it's more like a journey, not a sprint. And I think most people, maybe it's just the world we live in today, everything you can get at the touch of a button or instantly. So they want to see an instant success as well. And I think the main thing is this is a business that you are developing and growing over time. And yes, it may not turn a profit the first year, even the second year, but there are benefits even within that first year. There are benefits with even the first year. You have a property that's being paid for by your tenants. So nothing's coming out of your pocket. So you can't lose there. You get the tax benefits, you get the increase in the value. And then one thing that you've taught us about, that might be a whole separate video about utilizing your non-direct or utilizing your IRA to be able to purchase properties. So that's another thing that we learned that we didn't know 3 years ago that has really helped bolster and boost our retirement plan. I think it's just getting in the right mindset again and not giving up.
yeah. Actually, Julie, let me add to that. Yeah, what you said is 100%. I agree. It's just that when I follow through with our investors a year later, 2 years later, and I ask them, how is their real estate portfolio? And they say, oh, my house is vacant for 2 months. I'm freaking out. Should I sell this property or whatever? Or maybe there's a maintenance issue. Well, they
Right.
can't handle it. Or the rehab team said I need to fix the toilet or something rigged by the tenant, and they send me a $2,000 bill. Oh, I can't handle this. I can't handle this stress. I want to sell my property.
Right.
It's a mindset.
It's a
No,
mindset.
from the get go, they have the financial means to buy into property. They have to pay 5% down payment. So most of our investors, you and I, Judy, we are W-2 wage earners.
Correct.
We work for other people. We get a guaranteed paycheck as long as you have a job.
Sure.
So we are not a business owner. We're not
Right.
entrepreneurs. And most people, when they enter the real estate investment journey, they still have these like a wage earner W-2 mindset. They live in a comfort zone. But
Right.
by real estate, even though real estate that I promote is turnkey,
Right.
property management does most of the work. It's
Mhm.
really whether you have 5 rentals or 10 rentals, the most time we spend on your portfolio is like a couple of hours per week, if that, right?
If that much. If
If
that
that
much.
much. Imagine other people self-managing their property, and a lot of people still self-manage their
I'm
property.
sure. Mhm.
Why? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't want to do that. Okay.
Right.
I just spend
Exactly.
my time traveling and enjoying my life,
Exactly.
hang out with families and friends, and delegate all the labor intensive stuff to my property manager, to my rehab team. So I can scale my portfolio. I don't have to worry about, I can sleep at night collecting mailbox checks. But at, at the end of the day, I'm not asking people to become an entrepreneur overnight or to become
Right.
so-called amazing business owners. Just that most investors, they just don't know what they're setting themselves up into. They don't know what does it take to
Right.
thrive and survive over time. But with respect to little portfolios, Julie, from your perspective, what kind of ideas you have to help people to stay the course and not let the emotions and not not let the stress, what's going on in the properties. So what are your, some
Well,
additional?
that's a good question. Again, I think a lot of it, I'll just say what I did. My husband and I first decided we wanted to do this, we just started information gathering. We did our due diligence. We looked into different types of, like you had mentioned earlier, there's the BRRRR and there's house hacking and all these different things. And we found what will work for us. We met you and you talked about the turnkey properties. Again, a concept I had never heard of. But when I learned about it, I started investigating it. So I'm a researcher, and I know a lot of people don't do that, and that's fine wherever you are. But I research things and then I weigh the cost before I jump on. So I try to look at every scenario and figure, okay, if this happens, I think I even asked you, what if the house burns down? And you're like, that's why you have insurance. Like, oh yeah, that's why you have insurance. So I try to look at all the ins and outs. And then you just make the best decision that you can. And then I learned along the way, each time I bought a new property, it got easier because I knew what questions to ask. On the first one, I probably asked a million questions. By the sixth one, I had very few questions because we had done it so many times before. And then I think you just have to anticipate that things are going to happen. You're going to lose a tenant. A property that we had earlier this year, the tenant wasn't kind to the property. They had to get him out. They fixed it up. They got somebody new in within less than 3 weeks. So they were able to do all this very quickly. We have a great team up in Niagara Falls, Buffalo, New York area. And within 3 weeks, and they were actually able to raise the rent. So within a very short time, they got the old tenant out, got the new tenant in, did the repairs, and we're back in business. Don't get discouraged when something happens because that's just part of doing business. I don't know. I think that people just have to decide to stay the course no matter what happens. Because in the long look at the goal from a long-term perspective. In the long term, it's gonna pay off. You're gonna have these short bumps along the road, but in the long run, which we all plan to be here, I'm looking at, like you talked about the baby boomer generation, we are living so much longer, probably than our parents were. People are getting to their 80s, 90s with no problem. I think you said your mom was 92. My mom lived to be 99. Look, if I live another 30 years, I have to have income. I don't plan to work till I'm 90. So I think it's just looking at it long term and don't get discouraged by what you hear or even what you see sometimes. And just realize that real estate, you cannot go, not in this country. I don't think in any country, probably, but definitely not in the US.
Yep. I absolutely agree, Julie. You have some very good perspective. Here's my final take on this video presentation. My take is I encourage all the risk investors, especially investors who was about to buy their first rental property, who already have some properties, just continue to do the work. Uh, Even though
Right.
your portfolio, you're able to scale it very nicely and delegate a team to do a good job, and you still need to continue to spend time every week and every day. Really, you spend 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour per day, or maybe 2 hours per week to continue to work on your mindset, continue to
Right.
invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. What I mean by
Absolutely.
that, invest in your mindset. Read books about positive thinking. You know, re-educate yourself. Continue to be part of our network.
Right.
Our network, I put out so much educational
Mhm.
content
Mhm.
about risk investing, about mindset, about behaviors, about strategies. When our network members, when they get their email every morning, you just invest your time every day, do the work, and
Mhm.
watch my 20-minute video.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
And just knowing something about it. If it applies to you, great. If it doesn't apply to you, you're learning. Your mind have to continue learning. You have to be proactive. You have to take initiative. You have to have a positive attitude. You have to overcome your problems. You have to solve your problem. Problem will come up. So
Right.
if you can overcome, if you have a good mindset, positive attitude, you can solve your problems. Um, because wisdom is unforgiving. Give yourself, look, like you said, the first 5 years, you may feel, oh, my portfolio is not doing well. Don't give up because
Right.
that's the way it is.
Absolutely.
Risk investing is testing you. Do
Mhm.
you have the commitment and dedication to stay the course? A lot of people, they they sabotage their future.
Mhm.
They make decisions. They sell the property. They know they can't take this, or I
Right.
don't like music anymore. It's too much. tenants and toilets and whatever issues.
Mhm.
But look, only the strong survive, and if you stay
Right.
course in 5, 10, 15 years down the road, and you will get the reward. And if you're not willing to sacrifice to dedicate your craft to
Right.
continue to improve your mindset, you will never create the wealth in a way that you want, especially the
Right.
real estate. That's my way. So you have in the last second take
I would actually like to add just one more tip to that. Get a good mentor. And I think one thing that has been very beneficial for us, Seewing, is that you have been very hands-on with us and very accessible. And there's a lot of gurus out there that are gonna charge you some really big amounts of money, 15, $20,000. And here's the thing, you're not gonna get hands-on for him. You're going to these seminars where there's 5,000 people in the room. You're not gonna get hands-on with him or her or whoever's doing it. And I think a lot of times people get discouraged. They get all fired up at the seminar. They pay their $20,000 and they lose steam because they're not getting the hands-on that they were promised or the coaching or whatever. And I think you have been very accessible for us. And for what we paid to hire you, we made that back in our first deal. And most people are not going to do that. If you're paying $15,000, $20,000 for a guru, it'll be years before you make that money back. I would just encourage people. And like I said, even now, even we've scaled up, we plan to scale up some more, but you've continued to stay in contact with us, stay focused with us, be concerned about how our business is doing. And that's really been encouraging for me and for my husband. So we appreciate that.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you for your kind words. Yes, yes, I feel very comfortable. Yeah, in my skill set, in my coaching and mentorship, I'm very proud of that. And the people like yourself that sign up over the years, not that many of you, for those of you that sign up for my fee-based coaching and mentorship, for the majority of you, you have done very well. I enjoy working with investors who values my time, my expertise, my perspective, to
Right.
help them coach them, mentor them to achieve long-term wealth. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank
Thank
you
you. This has been
again.
great.
And happy holiday. And
Happy holiday to you and to your audience.
we'll see you again in January 2024 and start the process. And in 2024 will be a great year for investing. So thank you
Thank you. Have a great holiday. Thank you.
for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Mhm.